TRT versus natural. That's going to be the topic for today. By the way, my name is Boris Kish and welcome to my channel. So to take TRT after 40 years of age, I would say probably after 35 or not. I'm going to give you my personal opinion based off my life experience. So if, as I mentioned to you probably in one of my earlier videos, unfortunately, when I was really young and ego-driven, I took my first steroid cycle when I was 19, maybe even 18. I'm not 100% sure, I don't want to lie to you, but I would say 18, 19. And my first competition as a junior I did with 21. I took 4 full cycle for that preparation, and I was pretty much cycling all of my life. I had breaks, I was not non-stop online, but yes, I was taking steroids and pretty much I took a decent amount of them. So, and I was also completely natural for the last 8 months. I started doing cycle about 1 month ago. Today is April 2025, just that you have some kind of rough perception. And yes, you know, when I was natural now with 40 years old, definitely my hormonal panel went back to close to normal, but I can honestly tell you that it's not where it was supposed to be, because first of all, I'm older or old. Second, as I said, I was user pretty much all of my adult life. And I noticed that yes, my libido was okay, my natural gains in the gym were okay, but overall mood, I was not depressed, but I felt that I'm like, you know, to do something or not to do something, it was pretty equal for me. That's definitely what I noticed. Yes, I didn't had problem with my sex performances, but also for me it was like, if I'm going to do it or if I'm going to look some documentary on the Discovery Channel, it's pretty much the same. And definitely, you know, the feeling in the gym and the feeling after the gym and overall, you know, I didn't felt like I'm working out at all. I felt like I'm doing some kind of recreational activity that kind of doesn't have any benefit. Again, this is my personal opinion. I'm not telling you that it must be like that or that my opinion is better or more valid than from any of you out there. So this is why I decided in the last couple of years to take TRT and not to do any kind of stupid cycles that I did when I was really active and competing in the past. And when I take TRT, I definitely feel much better, much stronger, much more motivated. I have much better pump in the gym. So taking, let's say, 10% of what I took when I was taking stuff gives me, as we would say in Serbia, you know, sky and ground difference. So for me personally, TRT is a definite choice for somebody who is after 35 and after 40 and who had a lot of experience with steroids in past. Then yes, my subjective opinion, so as I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a guru, I'm not going to say I recommend this to you. No, I do not recommend anything, but I personally would always go for TRT after 35 or after 40 in my case. On the other side, if you never took steroids in your life, if you have good genetics, and not like me, I didn't have such a good genetics, neither do I have now. So if you have good genetics, if you can perform really great in your private life, in your intimate life, in gym, doesn't matter if you're 35, 40, 60, 70. I know people who have natural testosterone levels with 70 better than people that are 18. So if that is your case, then never, ever, ever should you take TRT, or never, ever, ever should you take steroids. And you have my full respect for that. This is the option. Yes, I said I will never. I'm not going to recommend anything to you. So I'm jumping to my mouth on this video. Yes, this is what I would recommend to you. If you can to train, if you're able to train without performance enhancing drugs, yes, do it that way. And if you are after 35 or 40 and you feel that your sex drive is getting less active and you're not working out and you're thinking about taking TRT, I would say don't do it. Check your hormonal panels. Always check your hormonal panels. Always do that checkups regularly. Doesn't matter if you're natural, if you're on TRT, on steroids. This is a must have. This is what you should do. But in that case, you should see a doctor, and there are ways how to improve your natural testosterone levels naturally without TRT. I mean, if you don't go to the gym, if you never took steroids, if you never took TRT, if you're over 35 and 40 and you just want to increase your libido, I would say it would be not so smart choice. I can also say that it would be stupid choice. Therefore, you know also the positive things without taking steroids and TRT. I mean, they did some studies on cats these days, and cat in 2025 is living twice as long as the cat from 30, 40 years ago that is castrated. So I'm not recommending that you do that to your cat, or that any cat should have a life like that, but without natural testosterone and IGF-1 levels, the cat can live almost as twice as long. The same would go to a male human, also to a female, but they don't have natural testosterone levels as high as we do. Then again, my recommendation to you is you have to find out the balance, what suits you better. Would you like to live hypothetically 120 years with a really peaceful and calm lifestyle? Or would you like to live, let's say, 65 and 70, but where you would really like to feel like a machine and be able to perform much better? In my case, I would choose the second option. I mean, definitely taking TRT and steroids is going to have an impact on my life's longevity. Definitely not going to live as long as I would if I never took them. That's a fact. I'm not going to lie to you. But if I live up to 70, I would be more than happy. If I, unfortunately, hopefully not, die with 50, that's up to God to decide. It's definitely going to be because I take stuff that I took when I was much younger. So the conclusion to all of this is, as I said, if you're somebody who took steroids, who was not natural till 35, 40, then in my case, I would say that TRT is something that's going to definitely make better and feel better. But when I say TRT, this is not somebody takes a gram of testosterone and they say it's TRT. No, that's not TRT. I mean, everything about 250 milligrams per week of testosterone is already a cycle, not a TRT. So that's a huge difference. And I give my full respect to the people who are natural, who never took anything, and who want to stay natural. So this is the choice that I would recommend to you. If you're one of them, hopefully yes, stay that way. If you already haven't had experience with serious stuff in your life, then TRT would be a wise choice, much better than taking cycles again. And as I said, I took it when I was 19 or 18. I can never achieve my natural hormonal levels again because I was too long on that stuff. Write in the comment section your opinion about that. Please like and subscribe if you like this. And tell me what would you like me to share and to tell and to talk to you about in the next video. Till next time, bye.